we're making an impact.
Not even 1 o'clock. My head is killing me. I've still been off caffeine and processed sugar, so I just think my body is like... I did get a room. I walked down onto the floor and I walked over to this dude. And I was like, hello, would you like a dance with me? And he was like, yeah, and he did 2 dances. And then we went to a room and he tipped a little bit. And then I did 1 other single dance. So I did something. I left with a little bit of money. I don't know. The energy was just like, right when I got downstairs, it was bad. And I really thought it would be good because there's an oncology conference in town. If we were gonna get anything from that conference, it would have been there earlier. So I'm glad I went in as early as I did. I just couldn't see staying and sticking it out to like potentially get something at 2 a.m. So I came home. I love cardamom. Oh my god, you're so cute. I'm gonna walk to the grocery store, which is a very long walk. So I'll get some movement. I'm not gonna go to work tonight. I'm gonna meal prep, clean up a little bit, and do some music stuff, and then probably take like an intense detox bath if I can before I go to bed, and do like at least half an hour of yoga. Get myself back on track. So after my very long walk, I was very hungry, and I ended up eating a tuna sandwich at the grocery store. I'm trying not to do prepared foods, but trying to be realistic, trying to do what I can while I'm still living the life that I'm living right now. So I'm gonna show you a little bit by little bit what I got. This is the cereal. I guess it's not Kemet, it's Coruscant. I actually don't know if this is the same as Kemet or different. Thought it was Kemet. Kamut, maybe. Kemet. These have cane sugar in them, but I wanted them so badly. I was like, I want something else. And they are made from ancient grains. They have corn, but it's also quinoa, amaranth, flax, and buckwheat, so whatever. Club soda, because a lot of recipes for like baking or pancakes or anything that would normally call for baking soda, in alkaline recipes, I feel like they swap club soda. These are naturally sweetened. I'm gonna have one right now, actually. I'm gonna juice the celery. Got the bell peppers to potentially make, well, these ones I was gonna maybe make like a chickpea curry at the end of the week, but I was gonna use them for something else too. Can't remember. These I'll probably just eat in the morning because I'm not doing what I thought I was doing with them this week. Zucchini, cucumber, kale. These have been soaked and they're just drying. I decided that I'm gonna do a few of these strawberries, melt down some of that carob and do them carob covered. I pitted like half the cherries. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow morning to juice this, but it's going to be the first thing I put in my body. These I can probably eat like tonight. I'm about to make hemp milk. Don't actually know what the ratio should be like, so I'm gonna start that much. I'm also going to make pistachio butter. Cut up the rest of the strawberries. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. I might just eat them. Okay, I definitely put way too much hemp to water, but that is fine. If I feel like it, I can thin it out tomorrow. It's probably gonna take me a while to do this. I need to give the motor a break, so we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna have some tea. Is it dinner time? Yeah. How green. It took a long time, and I'm sure I could have gotten away with not adding any oil, but I did add a little bit of coconut oil. I added just like 2 pinches of dried date sugar and a couple of shakes of salt, and it's delicious. I'm gonna eat it with this banana bread that I'm gonna make. Dry ingredients, just spelt flour and date sugar, but I added cardamom. Oh, and the salt, a little bit of salt, which the recipe did call for. Bananas, grapeseed oil, and sea moss. I'm gonna add the sparkling water. Okay, it's now 9 p.m. I don't know how that happened. I had oyster mushrooms. It would have been better with king oyster mushrooms because that texture is like way better for whole meat, but I put some dry taco seasoning in a little bit of avocado oil. We're just gonna push this around and then we're gonna pan fry this. If you're ever making mushroom meat and you run into it like having too much liquid or it's not giving you the texture that you want, you can always just finish it off in the oven. I just have it on low in the broiler and I'm checking it like every 2 minutes and kind of tossing it with tongs, and it's looking a lot better. So I forgot that the peppers were for the tacos. That's what they were for. And I forgot to get cilantro. But I will probably do tacos again this week and use some of those peppers for that, or just use them all for a big curry. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I've done way better. They're still really good. Again, you want king oyster mushrooms for pulled meat. Good morning. I'm having a fake coffee, which is like, I don't know if I said it before, like chicory, dandelion, and some other stuff. And I did use the hemp milk that I made yesterday. Having a little snack. I feel good. I have vertigo. I am exhausted. I feel like I look horrible. My skin is just like suffering. I have cystic breakouts. This is an intense process. I had 2 eggs left in the fridge, which I just was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna make breakfast tacos because I don't want to cook anything right now, so. 2 eggs, avocado, salsa, green salsa, microgreens that I had, and those almond flour tortillas. I took some cherries out of the fridge to start coming to room temp. I got up and had a celery juice and a fake coffee. I didn't film because I was on the phone with my dad. I'm having one of these. Maybe just half of this. I don't know. My appetite is everything is just so out of whack right now. I think I've been very dehydrated too. I'm gonna drink this throughout the day and try to drink another whole thing of tea or water this size. Well, here we are. salmon, quinoa, cucumber kimchi, cabbage, cilantro. We're figuring it out. I don't know who she is, but she's definitely a bitch. I can't believe I used to dye my hair darker than this. What was I thinking? Hedda, what do you have? Where did you get a Q-tip? Oh my gosh, she's so cute when she plays. She's like, you've been in the trash? Bad girl. So to explain the whole alkaline situation, I decided that I was going to just go cold turkey, cut out caffeine, cut out processed sugar, and start eating an alkaline diet. So that means a very specific list of foods you can and cannot eat. My understanding is that Dr. Sebi, or Dr. Sebi, whatever his name is, we'll call him Dr. Sebi, his alkaline list is even shorter, and that was what I was just trying to jump right into, which was not necessarily a mistake. Like, you know, it's not a restrictive or like fad. It's still just like fruits and vegetables, but I did feel like I wasn't getting enough protein, even though I'm pretty good at veganizing things, eating plant-based, knowing my protein sources, but I just still wasn't doing it the right way. Part of that, again, is like my hectic life schedule, lack of sleep schedule, and it's really hard to stay consistent with that, especially. I have started to kind of like eat a little bit of processed sugar, and like I just had a coffee today. I couldn't sleep at all last night for some reason. I used to drink caffeine all day. I used to wake up, have coffee, have another coffee. Oh, I need coffee before work. Oh, I need to stop at the store and get my yerba mate before work. Oh, I'll just have one of our stupid fake Red Bulls that the club makes. And then I'd just be drinking caffeine all day, and I would have like emotional support sweets that I would bring to work. I felt like I was in a weird place with food since like December. I was just like, this is not as satisfying. Indulging isn't feeling as good. It isn't giving me like the comfort that it used to. Even though I'm definitely straying from where I started and what I wanted to do, I still feel like that was a hard reset. Especially just eating very, very, very simplified. So like Dr. Sebi's list, the only bean is chickpeas. There's only like a handful of nuts, like walnuts and Brazil nuts. Very short list of ingredients or list of foods that are considered Sebi alkaline. I did feel like shit. I did feel really awful, and I felt like my body was purging. And when you start to starve out parasites, which we all have in the body, you get die-off symptoms. So I don't know if that played any part in it, or if it wasn't enough time for that to really be part. It could have just been cutting out caffeine, but I was having horrible headaches. But I got through it, and I got through it while I was still working, which is kind of like, so my long-term goals with this was to do really long fasts. And obviously you kind of have to prepare your body before you do any sort of fasting, which I've really never done. So that's my goal. I thought that maybe I could do it while I'm working, but I don't really know if I have the willpower to do like straight up water fasting while I'm doing this. I think I could probably do like a juice cleanse soon, especially if it's a day in the summer. Anyways, I am proud of myself for doing what I did. It was basically over the span of like 2 weeks, maybe 3. The first week was kind of just like learning and getting into the recipes. And then for 2 weeks, I was pretty strict. I am back to eating fairly normally, eating a little bit of fish. I'm trying not to really eat meat, dairy, or gluten, but I'm having a little bit here and there, and it's fine. I do have a consultation with like an alkaline herbalist person coming up soon in a couple weeks. Like I just said, fasting is kind of unknown territory for me, so I would like to have somebody that knows a lot about that, has experience with it, and can couple herbs with, you know, the right timing of things. Again, I might not really be able to do fasting until I'm out of the club, or I have like a week to really like take off, and I've already prepared my body. But that's what this whole thing was about. I'm sure I'll still be trying to eat alkaline a majority of the time. That's the one thing I didn't say. I don't know if it's acid reflux or what it is, but I have like a constant throat clearing thing. It runs in the family. It is super fucking annoying. That stopped. I still don't really understand enough to be speaking about this fully, like what creates acid. And some people are like, well, that doesn't make sense because your stomach creates acid. I don't know that yet. I'm just saying from what I experienced, my throat clearing went away, and nothing helps that. That has never happened before. So the last thing I'll say is that the Dr. Sebi style alkaline was never something I wanted to do permanently. It is just something I was trying to get into to kind of reset and stop eating for dopamine and really just like start to clean the body to the point where I could fast. For now I'm going back to mostly like pescatarian,